A photo finish. This will be a very exciting race for us to watch.
Okay, Paul Dickinson's calling it. Over to you.
Thanks very much, Hazel. Well, two former champions, the Olympic champion and the fastest woman in the world in 2009 is on the menu for this women's 100-meter final. The lineup: Bailey of Jamaica, Ferguson McKenzie of the Bahamas, Fraser of Jamaica, Stewart of Jamaica, Jetta of the USA, Campbell Brown, the fourth Jamaican, Sturrock of the Bahamas, and Williams of the United States. That is the lineup. It's full of class. Shelly Ann Fraser, the Olympic champion. Karen Stewart, the fastest woman in the world this year. Jetta, just standing behind Campbell Brown. She smashed her personal best in the semi-final, looking absolutely superb. And Campbell Brown is next to her, the defending world champion. Well, the championship record is 10.70, set by the disgraced Marion Jones back in Seville in 1999. There's still that outrageous world record by Florence Griffith Joyner, set way back in Seoul in 1988, 10:49. The fastest time in the world this year by Karen Stewart of Jamaica. The tour of the Jamaicans in the picture there, 10:75. It really is a tremendous lineup. We've got the last two gold and silver medalists from the World Championships. 2005, Lauren Williams won it. Veronica Campbell-Brown was just outside in second place. Then Campbell-Brown turned it around a couple of years ago, and Lauren Williams at 11:01, exactly the same time as the winner, picked up the silver there. In fact, Jetta came third, only 100th of a second, covering the first three. Well, just having a look along the lineup, Michael Johnson, this is a mouth-watering final.
Oh, it absolutely is. And I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch because you've got a lot of great athletes, and this is what track and field is all about. What athletics is all about. You know, when you got people watching a race and you got 5 or 6 different people who can win the race, and you got 3 medals, 8 people in the race, everyone wants it, only 3 can win it, win the medals. And everybody's got a different opinion of who's going to win. And you've got some great athletes here, a lot of experience with the Chandra Sturrops and Debbie Ferguson, both representing Bahamas. And you got the Jamaicans, they got 4. They've taken up half of the field here. So much excitement about the Jamaicans after Bolt and Shelly Ann Fraser winning this last year. And then the Americans trying to make a comeback. Lauren Williams always getting herself in the final. Carmelita Jeter having an incredible season. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Well, certainly the crowd are going to enjoy it. It was Jamaica's night last night, with a world record, of course, by the Bolt. Not sure we'll get a world record here tonight, but we are in for a tremendous tussle between these athletes. We have 4 Jamaicans because, of course, Veronica Campbell-Brown is the defending champion. Therefore, she gets a wild card. Carmelita Jetta has been absolutely flying. She really did make a big breakthrough in the semi-final at 10.83 seconds, going away from the rest of the field. Then the powerhouse next to Jetta is Veronica Campbell-Brown. She won that World Championship very well indeed in Osaka. She's also twice the Olympic 200-meter champion too. Always very calm. She didn't get a great start in the semi-final. She's going to have to blast out of the blocks this time. And hasn't Chandra Sturrop of the Bahamas done well to reach another final? 37 years old. She first reached a World Championship 100-meter final in 1999. Picked up a bronze medal in 2001. 2003, 37 years old, my goodness, she's still going well. And finally, Lauren Williams, the world champion back in 2005, did a season's best in the second round and the semi-final. She could be a wild card to sneak in amongst the medals here, but she's going to have to run very, very quickly indeed. Well, we had a clean sweep in the Olympic Games by Jamaica. And of course, it was Shelly Ann Fraser who won on that occasion. And then Karen Stewart tied for second place with Sharon Simpson. There's never been a clean sweep in Women's World Championship history in the 100 meters. Can Jamaica do it? Or will the Americans, or anybody else for that matter, get in on the act? Karen Stewart on the left, the fastest woman in the world this year. Shelly Ann Fraser on the right-hand side, the Olympic champion. She's certainly been in form here in Berlin. Almost total silence at the beginning of this women's 100-meter final. Fraser got an absolutely brilliant start there. Jetta is coming through too, but the Olympic champion Shelly Ann Fraser is coming away, being chased by Stewart. Shelly Ann Fraser just gets it ahead of Karen Stewart. It's a Jamaican 1-2. Look at the time, 10:74, only 400ths of a second outside of the championship record, and that is the fastest time in the world this year. That was a superb start, but Karen Stewart was closing her down like a train. Shelly Ann Fraser cannot believe it. Olympic title last year in Beijing, and she adds the world title. Only a breath of wind in favour of the athletes, 0.1 metre per second. It wasn't a Jamaican clean sweep, I don't think. Jetta should be anxious to see the replay, but there's no doubt about the champion. That was some race, and Shelly Ann Fraser, I think she won it right at the start.
You're absolutely right, Paul. When in the lead-up to that final, we showed the semi-final, and I think I said in that it was significant, that semi-final, because she got out so much better, and she repeated that again. The race was over in that sense, because the script was set. If the same thing happened, Karen Stewart didn't match Shelly Ann Fraser through that first 20-30 metres, and this time I think she was even further behind. You've got to hand it to Stewart. She fought hard. Carmelita Jetta does get the bronze medal as the confirmation goes up on the scoreboard. It's not a 1-2-3, but I think the Olympic champion came here as a slight underdog, and you should never write off great champions. Jetta looked good in some races leading into these championships, but Karen Stewart fought to get back on terms with her teammate, but she lost it in that first 20 metres and almost got there, 100th short, almost got there, but you've got to hand it to Shelly Ann Fraser. Just watch this, all at the start there. Look at that drive out of the blocks, and Stewart has just left. Jetta doesn't get a good start either. She's normally better than that. And Shelly Ann Fraser at this point just has to maintain. She's got such good technique. Now watch Stewart. She knows I'm closing, I'm closing, I'm closing. She's got the strength, Stewart, and she's thinking, please line, don't come now, don't come now. I'm not quite there. Shelly Ann Fraser the opposite. She's looking for the line. Stewart leans for it. She starts leading now. Maybe I can get ahead. The head goes down. Not quite. Shelly Ann Fraser, reactions at the start are enough to win you a gold medal, and that's what it did here.